Yep, the title is correct. We are heading back to the Chili Bowl.
Making the Northwest proud. That is the 81 of Tanner Holmes who gets the victory.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have now officially seen my 2024 Chili Bowl Nationals car, as I will once again be driving for Chad Boat and CB Industries. We decided to change the colors up a little bit this year. If you actually look closely, it is the same design. Colors are inverted, and instead of red, we did blue. So the car's more blue than white. And then we have the same two primary sponsors on the car with Mockridge Engineering and Tim Vanderstoel Trucking. And then we have support this year from Shane DeWald Trucking, my good friend Shane, who supported my sprint car like no other in 2023, became such a good friend over this last year. And then we also have support from the Boss, the big box store out of Texas. They supported my Shark Racing car when I was at Devil's Bowl, and now they're jumping on board to help for Chili Bowl. And those guys are really good people. I met them, of course, when I was down that way, and it was awesome talking to them because their kids are just getting involved in outlaw carts, and they're, wanting to go fast and like just start learning, how to drive a race car. And just filming this, I get so excited because we are going to be living on Tulsa time soon. Chili Bowl last year was such an eye-opening experience for me. Of course, I had never been. I had watched on TV. I knew it was crazy. There's no possible way when you're watching from home to not see all the chaos because Flow Racing captures it. There's all sorts of videos, what's going on in the pits, what's going on up in turn 2. If you're unfamiliar, turn 2 is where the rowdy section is, so people are always going crazy, throwing marshmallows. It's nuts. They scream at all the drivers when they go by. They also have this really loud horn that they honk, but it's just a really, really fun deal. And of course, you get the opportunity to race, so you have your night. And then when it's not your night, it's also like, it is a really fun race to watch and exciting to see how other drivers do. And it's midgets inside a building on a really racy track. So, there's basically something to see every time they go by. And then what also makes Chili Bowl is there's nothing else really going on. So everybody is in the same spot at one time, and they've been doing that for years, so it turns into tradition. So we're pumped to go back. And the main goal for me going back this year is, of course, I just want to improve on my results. I ran 13th on my prelim night, but I did win my heat race. I got a good draw, won my heat race. I went 3rd to 2nd in the qualifier. If you remember, I started 8th, and I was running about 8th, maybe 5 or 6 laps into the prelim A, and I got upside down when I got slid. I just got into the curb wrong and kind of got put in a really bad spot, tipped it over, and then Chad Boat, who I was driving for, him and his crew came into the hot pit, which for some reason in my head, just flipping over, usually when you flip most cars, you're done. But I came in the hot pit, and all of a sudden they started fixing me up because I really didn't have that much damage. They cut a Nerf bar off, I think. They checked out the front end, which ended up being really fine. Chad ripped this left side panel off my car because it was just dangling. And yeah, they sent me back out. I think I restarted 24th and worked my way back up to 13th, which improved me from being on the E main, or in the E main on Saturday, all the way up into the C. And then come Saturday, I started in the back of the C. They just freshly reworked the track and didn't really go anywhere, but I completed my goal, which was, talking with Chad before. He's like, hey, what are your expectations? And of course, with not a lot of midget experience, I try to be a realistic person. I was like, if I could make the prelim night A and just run solid and kind of give myself a chance to be as far up front as possible, whether that's in the B, whether that's in the C. And he was like, yeah, I think it's a successful Chili Bowl if you have what they say is your driving suit on after opening ceremonies on Saturday, which means you're in one of the last days. You're in the C, the B, or the A. So we completed that, and going back, I would definitely like to have better results and, just keep myself in the hunt. It's just like if I didn't tip over on our prelim, I think our car was good enough to maybe run close to the top 5, which then all of a sudden you're in those first couple rows, you're in the mix in the B to maybe make the A. And the beauty of Tulsa is you never know how the cards are going to fall, and just about anything can happen inside that building. So you just hope that they fall your way and help you get closer to the front. So this is actually a simple answer. I really just wanted to change it up and try something different. I always feel like when you're doing a car for just a special event, just that one race, you go all out and try different things and use different colors and just try to make the car look very clean each year, but not keep it the same. I know some people are all about that. That's just not, I feel like, as much me. I don't want to say it's boring, but I don't know, why not try something different every year and give the car at least a good look and make sure it stands out. That's what's always important to me, and I think it will. And I think the blue and the white and a little bit of black on there, it's gonna look good, and we'll just kind of have to see once we get inside the expo center. So my car will have a number change this year. Instead of being 81, I will be 87. And I'm pretty sure this is because Chad fielded a full-time number 81 car in 2023 for Bryant Wiedemann, and he's also gonna be running Chili Bowl. So of course that's his number. And so they just changed mine to 87. Technically, like his team, what's cool, his cars, they're 81 through 89, and he runs all of them. Depending on how many cars, of course, he's fielding, but I do like that all of his numbers are the same in that sense. And if you see, like I said, an 81 on track, you see an 84, you see an 89, you're looking at a CB Industries car. So for those asking if there's any way you guys can support our trip to Oklahoma coming up, I actually have a drawing going on right now on my website, tannerholmes.com/shop. There's gonna be 5 different winners, and the main prize is this side panel off my 2023 Chili Bowl Nationals Midget, signed by myself, and this is the panel that Chad ripped off the car. So when all that craziness was happening in the hot pit, he just walked over to this beautiful carbon fiber panel. I was not expecting it at all, and he just yanked it off the car so I could keep going. Like I said, the drawing will have 5 different winners, and the other items include a race-worn pair of gloves signed by myself. We also have a signed wheel half off the 18T, and then 2 cardboard Tanner Holmes merch signs, like the signs that are in the sign that you see at the races. We ordered a new set of those for this upcoming year, and so we are getting rid of the old ones. I figured I'd throw them in the drawing. Really, really cool. I feel like man cave item. So if you'd like to have a shot to win this panel, head on over to my website. We only have 150 spots, and I think we only have just about 100 left. So they are moving along, and we'll be drawing a winner for it soon.
I almost forgot to put it in the video, but our Chili Bowl shirts are also live. So this is another way that you can support our trip, and then also, get a shirt that's only going to come out once a year with the new design. Now, of course, we will also have these available at the trailer inside the expo.
So I think that really covers everything. We are now just a couple weeks away from chasing a driller. Oh, I guess there's actually one more piece of information. For everyone that's going to be at the expo and in person, my night is Tuesday. Yesterday I ran Monday, so that'll be the first prelim night again. So we'll practice Sunday, I'll be off Monday, race Tuesday, off Wednesday through Friday, of course, and then have the finale night on Saturday. I'm glad I'm going earlier in the week. I would much rather go earlier than later. I actually thought Monday was perfect. We'll see how Tuesday is this year, but going early, kind of get it out of the way, then you can hang out the rest of the week, watch everyone else go. Maybe other racers can comment on this, but I don't really like watching another racer go do something spectacular when I still need to run. It's like if you're in a heat race, you start 4th, another guy starts 4th, he wins it, you feel like you have to do the same thing, you have to match him. We're always trying to beat each other. So by me going first, if I can be the one to do something spectacular, then everyone feels like they have to match that. I don't know, maybe my thinking's weird on that. You guys let me know if you can relate. Anyway, that's gonna end today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. A big shout out again to our partners that are gonna be making this happen. Brian Mockridge and his family, Mockridge Engineering, Tim Vanderstoel and his family, and Tim Vanderstoel Trucking, and then Shane and Teresa DeWald and their trucking outfit they have here in Oregon, and then Davis and Richard Bell from the Boss Big Box store in Texas. And last, Chad Boat and CB Industries and everyone at Toyota Racing for also making this possible. And I know it's gonna be a good time and a good way to kick off 2024. All right, I'll see you guys all in Tulsa. Deuces.